Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Summer holidays are nearly over. Whoop whoop whoop. For some of us, that is like literally amazing. I have had the best time with my kids. We have been to festivals, been on holiday, we've done so much stuff together. It's been really, really enjoyable. But all of us are ready for them to go back to school. They're ready, I'm ready. Harry really wants to just go around and play with his mates, and Edie just needs to get back into, she's in reception, so she goes up to year one. She needs to get back into her learning because she was just starting to get good, and then a big break. We've obviously been doing it together, but I think we're all ready for them to go back to school. But for some of you, this is like properly the worst time ever. It's really scary. It's really emotional. First child might be going to school. One of your kids might be starting high school or reception or middle school. It's really, really quite scary and quite emotional because you're feeling emotional, but also you're really worried about your kids. How will they get on? For those that have got kids that are starting reception, can they wipe their bum on their own? Will they be able to go to the toilet? All of those things that you're like, oh my God, because they have to know how to do those things are so scary. So this video is I know lots of dads take their kids to school, loads, but this is for the mums that take their kids to school because dads, they have their own stuff they have to worry about. Maybe they don't know whether they've got to be clean shaven or how to do their hair. But I'm talking to the mums now because dads, I can't help you. Okay, when I take my kids to school, mine actually go to a breakfast club before school because quite often I'm working away or Ian's away, and we have to get back on to work, as lots of people do. So mine go to a breakfast club, so there's not many parents around. So I literally wake up, put some moisturiser on, maybe a bit of concealer under my eyes, whack my hair in a top bun, put my gym stuff on, take them to school because I know I'm going to come home and have a training session as soon as I get home. So I'm going to get hot and sweaty and shower after that. But for lots of mums, they might be going straight on to work. They may be just wanting to look their best because they want to make a good first impression for their kids, and they want to feel good about dropping their kids off. So this is a really, really super quick, easy makeup for mums taking their kids to school. I hope you find it useful. Now, first thing I do is, if I wasn't going to the gym, I'd get up and I'd have a cold shower. Or I wash my face with a cold flannel because I like to wake up my face a little bit before I put any makeup on my face. Then I will go in with a little bit of moisturiser. Where have I put my moisturiser? Here it is. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one. I will just pop that on my skin. Now, personally, I don't like to wear too much makeup when I'm dropping the kids off for school or picking the kids up. That might be because of the industry that I'm in. I feel like people will look at me. I don't know. But I personally prefer to look a little bit less made up. So I will go au natural as much as possible, but I still want to look like a better, more polished version of myself. So I pop some moisturiser on. Normally, when I go and pick up the kids, I'm full of makeup because I will have done a tutorial in between, whether it's for Real Techniques or for something else. Normally go there with tons more makeup on, and then I feel even more embarrassed because I look like I'm going on a night out. I'm just going to pin my fringe back. My fringe has got to a really much better length now. This is the length that I wanted my fringe to be at when I first had it cut, but it was cut to here. And even when my hair gets wet, my fringe still curls to here because I have quite curly hair naturally. Let me just pin that back because I don't want to get moisturiser on it really. Okay, now normally I would then put my SPF on. I'm not going to put any SPF on because I am in a massive rush. The kids are running around, I'm getting their breakfast sorted, they're asking me for toast. I am collecting all their bags up because they can't carry anything for themselves to the car. I then got to remember their book bags and whatnot, put their shoes on, do their laces, all of those things that happen in a morning. Then as we leave, they need a wee. So I literally have 5 minutes max to do my makeup. So I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. I have got This is MAC Moisture Cover. I go for a more moisturising concealer when I'm in a rush because I'm not going to put much base on at all. This is going to do it all for me. So I'm just going to pop that under my eyes. Remember, I've already put moisturiser on, so that will help this slip a little bit. This one is quite a light coverage and it's movable quite easy, which is why I've gone for it, because I'm not putting any other base on. I don't know if I just repeated myself then or not. Then I'm just going to take a damp Miracle Complexion sponge and just dab that over the skin. Time is seriously of the essence. Mum, have you seen my book bag? Mum, where's my school shoes? All of that is going on in the background. And I'm shouting, just give me 5 minutes, just give me 5 minutes for me. And they're like, can you do my hair? It is lovely though, isn't it? So I just dab that over to my skin. So it's already made my skin look a million times better. If I've got the odd blemish that needs a bit more coverage, I'll probably just pop a tiny bit more on there. Make sure I rub that right down the neck. And just push the sponge over. So it's not wiping stuff away, it's just pushing it in. Now my next step would be bronzer, and I go in with a cream bronzer because I have super dry skin. So I use the Chanel Solid Tan. Now I know not everyone can afford that, so I'm trying to do a more general makeup. So I would just get yourself a powder. It doesn't have to be a Charlotte Tilbury one. Just get yourself a powder and just powder any areas that you need a tiny bit more coverage. I'm going to use a setting brush just under my eyes because I need a tiny bit more coverage there. A little bit around my nose. If you have quite oily skin, you're probably going to want to powder more of your skin than I do. So I'm just going to take that there. Then I go in with a touch of bronzer. I've got a Too Faced bronzer. This is a duo one, and I'm going to take a Real Techniques blush brush. These have like a shimmery one and a matte one together, so I just dab it across the two, take off some of the excess, and I just run that right the way over the cheeks as the main part of colour. I am taking some off on my hand as I go, and then across the nose, so it doesn't look like I've just put contour or bronzer on, a little bit through the top of the hairline, so I look like I'm nice and awake. A little bit down the jaw. The pressed powder, also run a bit over my eyelid to stop my mascara from transferring upwards, because I don't put anything else on my eyes. Mascara is my friend in the morning, just on to wake my eyes up nicely. By now my kids are getting really impatient with me. Come on, Mum! I'll take myself a little bit of Vaseline. This one is the Rose Salve. I love this one because I use it on my cheeks and my lips. And I take a little bit of that just across my lip. Don't like to look like I've made too much effort. Even though I have made effort, I always like to look like, yes, I just naturally look like this. I'm a wonder, Mum. I also take a little bit of that just on the top of my cheekbone. Just tap it really gently. So it just looks, my skin is so glowing and awake for being up since 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock probably. And then brush through my brows. That's me. I used to have to do my brows because I didn't have microblading then, and I would just get my brow pencil and shape them a little bit. But now my microblading is done. I've had mine done a couple of years now, my microblading, maybe a year and a bit, and it's still there. Can you see? Now, I had no tail end to my brows whatsoever, none at the back there at all. And that has been a massive game changer. If you follow me on Instagram, Pixie Woo, there's a picture of my brows. You have to go back probably a year and a bit. There's a picture of my brows, maybe even longer, where before they were done and after, it's like a collage, and you should see the difference between my brows. So if you're thinking about having your brows done, then have a look at that, because it's brilliant. But you have to really look into who you're going to get doing it. I had Nez Hassan, who is brilliant. So I would normally just pop a little bit just underneath there. Even like, since I've had them done, if I do put brow product on, it's so much quicker and easier because the main structure and the main shape is already there. But you must have a look at my brows before. They were shocking. If my kids still aren't shouting me, which come off it, never happens, I then run a little bit of brow stuff through my brows, so they look even more natural. Like I was blessed with big bushy brows. When really my brows are a bit of a Donald Trump. I have a couple of long ones at the front which I use to kind of manipulate and make me look like I have fuller brows. I remember Edie's first day at school. Got up, blow dried her hair, did everything. She looked so pretty. And then from then on, now actually she does, I do always do her hair. When I'm here, I always do her hair. I'm not here for their first day back at school this year because I am in America. But we all have to work, don't we? Just put a little bit of Beam by Glossier. This is a cloud paint just on my cheeks. That is my back to school, mum on the run makeup. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I look very representable. I look very respectable. Ready to take my kids back to school. Hope you've enjoyed it. And then if I don't have time to do any of that, I just whack my glasses on, which I've lost. I just whack my glasses on. That need to clean. They're so filthy. And, you know, people can't even see my eyes anyway. These glasses are by Face à Face. Face à Face, but it's a French brand. And that's how it's said, Face à Face, in case you wondered. Ready for school. Oh, and the brushes, there's a bit of fluff around me. The brushes that I used are the new Real Techniques Everyday Essential set. That bit of fluff is still floating down. In there you have, I didn't use them all actually, but I would. In there you've got the Miracle Complexion Sponge, which I use damp. You have got your Expert Face Brush. You have got your setting brush, your blush brush and your deluxe crease brush. These are the brushes that you guys all wanted to see in a set together. They're literally all of my favourite brushes. So I love that set. There you go, the end. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to, oh, what is going on? That's just stuck there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if your kids are just starting school, best of luck to them. Don't stress, they will be absolutely fine. You know, and if they're not, then you deal with it afterwards. Just, it's difficult, it's difficult. First days are really, really hard for us. I think they're quite ready for it, and actually when they first start, they only have to do half days and stuff, so it's really nice. And it's just, you know, something we dream of when we first have them. Is I can't wait for their first day at school when they put their little uniform on. They're like a little mini grown up. But then I can't even imagine what it'd be like when mine start high school. That will be very scary. Here we go. We've all been there, we've all done it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. These are going to flash back, aren't they? Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Although I don't tweet much, but I can tweet more. I'm just lazy and dyslexic, so my tweets never make sense, and then I read them back and I'm like, oh! It's Pixiwoo, Pixiwoo, on all of those platforms. And yeah, have a lovely day. If you have a request of a video you want to see, please write it down below. If you want a first day at work makeup tutorial or something like that, sorry there's fluff, then just say and we can do them. And I will still do my globe trotting videos. They are coming back. I get into something and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this for a while, and then I go back to it, and they are going to come back. So yeah, have a lovely day, and take care, and see you next time.